Glenn Gorney. And Jim, talking about these Rams, they're red hot. They beat St. Joe's. They've beaten Lakewood. They've really been playing some good basketball. We saw them down at the Southern Regional Round Ball tournament in a semifinal game. I thought they looked like a team that was going to come on as the season got a little older, but they've kind of come on faster than I thought they were going to.
Well, I think what they needed was a big win, and they got that against St. Joe's. And that just kind of lifted everybody together. I think that factor, plus the return of Tim Dolan, who he was out with an injury, and it takes a little while to get healthy. He's a team leader, I think, and his leadership on the floor was missed. And with him back now, they've beaten, Southern has beaten some good teams, and so this is a big game for East. I would say they have to be ready, and I think the game against South was just one of those things. It was a poor game for East. It was a very good game for South. I think East will play much better this evening.
Okay, I'm going to go get Glenn for you. I'll let you kind of fill in. You can talk about anything you want while I go get him, all right?
I think the thing we ought to mention right now is the conference race. Southern is currently on top with a 5-1 record, I believe, and they're followed by 2 or 3 teams with 2 losses. Lakewood has 2 losses, Jackson has 2 losses, and Toms River East has 2 losses. So there's some big games ahead in Shore Conference Class A South. With me now is Glenn Gorney, head coach of Southern Regional. And Glenn, first thing, congratulations on some big victories against St. Joe's and Lakewood.
Thank you very much, Jim.
First question tonight, anything different from your last encounter with Toms River East? The last game, a 2-point win by Southern Regional at Southern Regional. And is there anything that has changed since that time going into tonight's game?
Okay, well, first of all, we have Bob Blackwell starting now at the center position instead of Chris Taylor. And the big thing we hope to do tonight is to win it before the last 2 seconds of the game.
Well, I tell you, the last one, I think it was 2 seconds were left on the clock when a shot was put in by Tommy Spazchek. Right. Was that play set up?
Nope, Tom just took it on himself. He's a sub. He came in, and he did a super job for us.
Okay. The next thing I want to ask you is, you're sitting on top of the conference. Is it tougher to play in this position, or is it easier to play because teams think that you're the best club around?
I think it's a little tough because I think the teams are gunning for you. They come in, they know you're ranked up there, and they're out to knock you off. They seem to get more ready for you.
Are you surprised to be where you are now, or had you thought in the beginning of the year that the club had the potential to be a champion?
I thought we had the potential to do it, Jim. As you know, pre-season we had Tim Dolan hurt playing football. So that got us off to a little bit of a slow start. We won games, but not by that much. They were all barn burners. They all went right down to the wire. Now with Tim back, he's taken over the role of team leader, and he really inspires us. He really gets the kids up for the games.
Yeah, I had mentioned before you came on here that I thought Tim coming back was a big factor, and also that you needed a big game to pull the kids together, and I think St. Joe's provided that spark. Do you think that helped?
Oh, certainly. St. Joe's, I think, showed a lot of people around the shore that Southern Regional was for real. And then certainly, I think all the critics were answered when we beat Lakewood the other night.
Very good, Coach. Well, good luck tonight, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, Ken will be on with Jack Brace, and we'll get the other side of the story for tonight's contest. Ken?
Okay, Jim, thank you. Jim's going to have one of the Ram players here for us in a moment with Doug Jones. Right now I got Jack Brace, the Bear, the head coach of Toms River East. And you got anything special planned for the Giant Killers tonight, Jack? You got Southern. They're on a red-hot tear.
No, Ken, I think we're just going to play our regular, normal game. They are hot, and they have played great in the last few games, but we're just going to do what we've been doing, and we're going to try to do it a little bit better. Last time we played Southern in a holiday tournament at Southern, we threw the ball away 14 times in the first half, and I feel that cost us the game. Of course, Southern now has a healthy Dolan, and that's going to make quite a bit of difference for us also.
We saw you a week ago, and I think turnovers hurt you a week ago. You played Toms River South, which really played, I thought, put it all together and played a great game against you. And yet you bounced back and you beat Brick on Saturday. Was there any problem getting the kids back up after that loss to their crosstown rivals?
Well, Ken, I think this year, as far as getting the kids up for anything, every game is important to every team. There are, you know, we all know we have a shot for the thing, and I think as the year goes on, you're going to see Central get somebody, you're going to see North get somebody, which could throw this thing right out of balance again. But one of the things that's tough for us is that we hit all the good teams right in a row. We have Southern, then we have Lakewood on Friday, and then we have Jackson on Tuesday. So we got to be tough all 3 in a row.
All right, how are you going to play Southern tonight defensively?
I think we're going to start out with a man, Ken. We've worked a lot on our man this week. Our defense was not good in the South game, and we have been working on man all year. And rather than throw the man out the window and say, you know, we had a bad game with it, we don't play it well, we have practiced it this entire week and spent a lot of extra time on our defense, and we hope it's going to pay a little dividends tonight.
Doug Jones of Southern's their top scorer. He's averaging 19.2 a game. Who draws the assignment on him? He's pretty big, well, he's strong, 6'2" forward. Who's going to guard him?
Well, we got a little problem with that because we can't put Kevin on him because Kevin's a little big and he's not as quick. Jimmy Verderosa, of course, is not as quick, nor is Andy Gora. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to try Darren Dietrich on him because Darren Dietrich is not as big, but he is exceptionally quick, and perhaps that will balance that matchup out. We will see.
Okay, now who do you feel is got to be the key for your team? Is it just a balanced team effort? Is there anybody you want to see have a good game? Understand that Kevin Bougash has had problems physically and hasn't really come on the way you want him to.
Well, we most definitely tonight have got to get some board work out of Kevin, out of Jimmy, and out of Andy when he comes in the game. I also have planned to crash the boards and do the best we can with our guards and then just harass the rebounder enough so we can get back to stop the outlet pass. But we've all have to hit the boards tonight or we're going to be in trouble.
We'll see what's going to happen. Jack, have a good game. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Ken.
All right, Jack Brace. Now Jim Ruhnke's here, and he has one of the standouts we were just talking about, Doug Jones of Southern. Jim?
All right, with me is Doug Jones, senior co-captain, Southern Regional, and also their leading scorer. Doug, you've played basketball for 4 years at Southern, 2 as a starter on the varsity. You go into your senior year, I know you're looking forward to it very much. What are some of the goals you set for yourself and for the team as you look to your senior year?
Well, some of the goals I set for myself were try to play my best in every game and work on my rebounding and my defense, because that's what's my shooting's always been there, and they're the things I had to work on the hardest. And the team goals, I think we always had a chance to win the A South, and now that we're showing everyone that we're really good and everything, that we should just keep it up and just take the A South lead.
Is A South the #1 goal for this team at the present time?
Right now it is, yeah. And I'd like to try to place high in the short conference and the tournament there too, in the States.
Okay. What about tonight's game now, Doug? You had a close game with this team last time out, a 2-pointer. What does it look like going into tonight's game?
I know we got to go in tough, play some tough defense, because last time we came out a little slow, and we just got to get everything together as a team.
All right. Well, thank you, Doug, and good luck to you. Okay. Ken will now be back with us with Kevin Bougash, a leading scorer and rebounder, or one of the leading scorers and rebounders for the Toms River East Raiders.
Okay, Jim, and we have Kevin Bougash, who, of course, is a key part of the Toms River East Raiders, a 6'3" senior. He'll wear number 44 tonight. He'll be at center. And, Kevin, I was talking to your coach, Jack Brace. He tells me you worked very hard during the offseason to get ready, but then you had a setback with some physical problems. What happened?
Yeah, during practice and during the season, too. Just my everything. And the whole season been disgusting. I haven't been playing up to par at all. My ankle. We've been wearing a brace the whole season. Just everything, I tell you. I hope to get my stuff together. I don't know.
So, as of right now, do you feel a lot better? Do you feel like maybe you are going to start coming on now?
I hope so. By the end of the season, we have a lot of good games coming up. I hope so. That's all I could say.
Now, Coach Brace told me you worked hard on weights and you put some weight on, and then you lost it again when you got sick.
Yeah, I had mono and chicken pox, and I had everything. I'm telling you. I'm lucky I'm playing this season. I'm telling you that.
I'm sure Jack's glad you're here. What about coming off the win with Brick? Do you think that's got you ready psychologically to play a good game tonight? Because we did the game last week with Toms River South. The team didn't play a good game that night, yet you were able to come back with a win over the Dragons.
If we don't win tonight, I tell you, season is right here tonight, and I'm hoping to win this game. And with Brick, we almost lost that game. I'm telling you, we haven't really been playing that well as a team, I don't think, especially myself.
All right, Kevin, how about the fact that the Rams just this week were named the #3 team at the Shore in the newspapers? They moved up after beating St. Joe and Lakewood. Does that get you up a little bit better? Hey, we got a #3 team coming in tonight. We're going to knock them off.
Of course it does, you know. a team like this, they got some big guys, shooters, got Jones, good ball player, got good guys inside. They're a good club. I'm just going to have to try to beat them, I hope.
Okay, Kevin, have a good game. We wish you good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Kevin Bougash, starting center for Tom's of East. Jim, I guess we're about ready to go with a nice ball game. And Brace, I don't know what Gorney was telling you. Brace told me that they've got to get a good game out of Bougash. He'd been sick. He hasn't played up to the potential that he can, what they were expecting of him. And if he can come through, you know, maybe they'll play a lot better than they seemed to play when we saw him the last time.
Yeah, well, I think they have to control the boards. If they don't, Southern can hurt them. Southern shoots too well to give them too many chances at the basket. And there are some personnel changes with Southern for this game. Now, in the last game, Chris Taylor had a very good game, and he hurt Tom's River East inside. He is not starting presently for Southern Regional. Bobby Blackwell has taken over his spot. The other position, guard position, was a little unsettled when they played last time, and Tommy Spazchek played guard and hit the key jumper. He also is not in the lineup. The guards are pretty well established with Pete Keenan and Paul Sharkey. So, and Southern is on top of their game. They're playing very, very well. East is going to need a super effort, I think, to beat them this evening.
Okay, that's about it. All right, about ready for tap-off. I'm Ken Turp. With me, Jim Ruhnke. And Jim, how about the officials for tonight's ball game?
We have Tom Stever and Don Reed. Don Reed, of course, is the head football coach at Brick Memorial High School.
All right. The Rams have come out first. They're in the dark uniforms or the black with the gold trim. And here comes Tom's River East breaking their huddle. And it looks like it'll be Robbins jumping center against Blackwell. Dave Robbins for Tom's River East and Bob Blackwell for the Rams of Southern. And this game is underway.
Picked up by East right away.
Verderosa. Robbins has a ball taken away by the Rams. Here we go, Southern ball. And that was the big guy, Jones, the big scorer, took the ball away. Dolan with the ball for Southern Regional. This is Tim Dolan.
It's a good defensive play inside by Verderosa.
Verderosa getting a start tonight. We saw him come off the bench last week. And finally, the ball, it comes right out to Doug Jones, a 6'2 senior. And here come the Rams.
Well, Southern did not get a shot on their first possession, and East did not get a good shot on their first two possessions.
This is Pete Keenan with the ball. Quite a linebacker in football for the Rams, all sure. And Verderosa grabs the rebound. Steal by Keenan.
That's that football in him right there.
Ronnie Emmer called him the best linebacker he's ever coached at Southern Regional. Shot missed by the high scorer, Doug Jones. And this is Joe Scott, the sophomore point guard.
I think both teams have to get in the game right now. They have to get the feel of the game.
Robbins banks it off the board.
Pretty shoddy. I think if Dave Robbins can hit consistently and stay out of foul trouble, it's really a factor in this game.
2-0 on Dave Robbins' jump shot off the glass. Rams set it up. This is Keenan. And rebound by Jones is good.
Kevin turned around thinking the shot was up. Of course, it was blocked by Darren.
Robbins drives. Blackwell there to take it away. But he's over the end line. Donnie Reed, who of course is the head football coach at Brick Memorial High School, the new high school, is officiating tonight. He has the ball at the baseline.
Southern changes to a zone for the out-of-bounds play. Just for one possession, I'm sure you'll see him back into man-to-man.
And here comes Doug Jones, gets the rebound. Here's Keenan underneath. And rebound, Robbins. Dietrich brings it down. Basket is in. It is a charging call, and I don't believe that basket will count, will it, Jim?
No. The basket will not count. You call it an offensive charge. Timmy Dolan stepped in. Timmy Dolan last year led Southern in offensive charges drawn. He's very good at giving up his body a little bit. He jumps in there and takes that charge.
All right, we're going to check him out. Dietrich was shaking up a little bit as he went into the basket.
He went in hard, like you should when you're going to that basket. You know, it was a bang-bang play, and it could have gone either way.
Let's run down to give you an idea of the height of Southern Regional. Tim Dolan at forward, number 31, is a 6-foot senior. Doug Jones, averaging 19.2, the high scorer, is a 6'2 senior. He's number 21. Bob Blackwell, 6'3 center, number 25. Paul Sharkey, 5'10 guard. He's number 22. And Pete Keenan, smallest player out there as far as height, he's 5'8. Yeah, wait. Here's Bougash with the board. And here comes Robbins. Verderosa sends his man on the floor. Blocking foul, Dolan.
Timmy jumped a little too late that time. You know, the contact was made halfway by him.
How many Dolans at Southern Regional? There's a Dolans at St. Joe's. There's just one down at Southern?
No, well, one played last year, was graduated last year, and now with Timmy, his brother's a senior, and there's 3 more young boys on the way.
Donnie Reed calls an offensive foul.
Again,
Southern ball.
drawn by Tim Dolan.
Bougash is charged with an offensive foul.
Neither team has gotten into this game. You know, there's no flow yet. It's 2-2. We've almost taken 3 minutes off the clock. Nobody has gotten into any consistent play at this time.
This is Sharkey inbounding the ball for the Rams.
There's an inbound.
And he's wide open. Beautiful pass by Timmy Dolan.
It's a back screen off the sideline, one of the oldest plays there is, but it certainly seems to continue to work.
Give Dolan the assist on that one. 4-2 Rams. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left, first period. Verderosa gets a beautiful pass from Scott.
That's a good pass to the open man.
Blackwell, jump shot, no good. And keeping it alive is Jones, who tapped it over to Blackwell.
3-second violation. I'm going to turn that thing over to the Raiders. You know, sometimes when you don't get in a game and you can't seem to get any flow, I used to like to have my team go into what we call a 10 pass each time down. It would really get some motion and some movement, a lot of passing, to get everybody into the game a little bit.
This is Robbins driving. And Applegate wide open, misses the shot. And there is Doug Jones, the rebound. 4-4. Sharkey goes all the way in, beautiful layup.
Right. Excellent drive along the baseline. A little hesitation fake beforehand. To stop that, you got to get some help. You got to get someone stepping in to make that person shy of driving.
Applegate inside. Blocked. And Joe Scott drives in, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Jump ball, that's well, it's an interesting call.
Blackwell has quite a height advantage.
Yeah. Bobby also gets up in the air real well. Joe tried to get up early and steal a tap.
And missing the shot is Doug Jones on the layup.
They have an advantage here if they press it.
Let's see what Reed's call is. He's called Southern ball.
We have another play. I think you're going to see a lob pass come on this play. We'll see if East has Southern scouted.
This is Jones. Over to Keenan. And the Rams will take it out on the baseline. Sharkey calling the play. Jones from the foul line, in and out. Bougash rebound. Here comes the break. Applegate all the way. Good.
There's a nice move. He changed the pace on his dribble.
Scott Applegate
did a very nice job.
6-foot senior getting a start tonight.
There's a foul on Joe Scott. He tried to reach for the ball. Joe's been in foul trouble. He's got to be careful. You don't want to get in foul trouble, especially with silly fouls. You want to earn those fouls playing good, tough D.
Sharkey decides to set it up. Open is Jones. Pops the jumper.
I think if you're going to be successful, you'll have to play him a lot tighter. You give Jones a wide open shot like that, it's just down.
Applegate looking for someone to cut.
It's a
He
nice
finds
inside
Robbins.
move.
Robbins hits it.
It's a pretty move. He gave a nice fake before the shot. Received a good pass on the cut.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first period. 8-8. Sharkey all the way in.
Sharkey might be a little too much for Joe Scott to handle at the present time if he tries to reach. He's going to have to just try to maintain steady pressure on him and keep him from going by him.
Here's Bougash underneath the Scott, in and out.
Foul on Tim Dolan. On the last shot missed by Joe Scott, he tried to draw the foul instead of concentrate on the basket. You got to make the basket first, then think about that foul.
All right, coming in for the Rams is the big man.
Chris Taylor, the 6'6".
Only a junior.
He's a center, and he's taking Timmy, who has 2 fouls at the present time.
Verderosa hooks it up. No good. Sharkey rebounds, leads the break. And good hustle by Robbins as Jones looked like he had a wide open shot. Robbins came out of nowhere to break it up. Rams ball. Well, they're going to call the foul on Robbins.
Yeah, the outside official called the foul, trailing the play, which means he probably has some very good eyes. I personally think there was a foul on the play.
Doug Jones goes to the line for the Rams. He'll get 2 shots.
I don't think you can encourage Southern Regional to run. They're a very good running team.
Joe Scott, the sophomore. And Dietrich passes into Scott. Double team, Verderosa comes up with a loose ball. Puts it in. We got a tie ball game, 10-10. 1 minute, 50 seconds left, first period. Here at Tom East High School. Steal by Scott. And he throws it away in a break.
It's good defensive play. I think Paul Sharkey got himself in a little trouble down on a baseline here, threw the ball away. And East gave it right back to them instead of taking care of that basketball. Each possession's important. It's a good inside pass.
Nice pass. Missed by the big man. Robbins tried to bound it off Blackwell and it hit his own man off Verderosa. So Southern takes over.
We're going into a 3-2 zone on the out-of-bounds play. A lot of teams will go to the zone on out-of-bounds. It's a little too easy to get picked off in a man-to-man and have a team score an easy shot right from the out-of-bounds play.
Verderosa trying to rebound. Blackwell over his back. No foul call. It'll be off Blackwell. East ball.
I think East will be interested now in perhaps taking a little time, work the ball a little bit, and look for that real good shot. Looks like a set play.
Good drive by Joe Scott.
They cleared out one side. He took him to the left.
East, of course, is missing his older brother, Bob, who's out with a football injury. Here's Jones on the boards. Maybe a foul on Dietrich reaching in on Jones.
10 on a reach-in. That's 2 fouls on Darren.
Jones goes to the line for the Rams. 56 seconds left, first period. Southern trailing by 2.
You know, we've done East again is in a 1-on-1 in the first quarter. And you just, it makes it really difficult for you if you're going to foul that much early in the game. The pressure's always on you because any little touch then puts a guy at it for a free shot at the foul line.
Jones makes the first one. Scott Applegate back into the lineup, replacing Dietrich for the Raiders of East. And Jones hits for 2. Ties it up, 12 all.
Joey Scott called out a set play. I think they're going into a last shot. Looks like they're spreading it out and they're going to hold on a little bit. But that's a dangerous cut from that high post position.
Sharkey almost had a steal there on Scott.
That's a dangerous pass because the guy has the angle on taking that pass away.
Now it looks like the Raiders will hold for 1. We're down to 25 seconds.
Well, you'd like to get down into that 7-second area before you go to the basket with it. What you don't want to do is give Southern a shot.
So that's what they're going to do.
There's almost a travel right there.
10 seconds. Now they got to go. 3-second violation. The Raiders lose the ball.
That's just, I'd say that kind of mistake just shows that the particular player just isn't thinking. You know, it doesn't show a lot of discipline on his part.
Rams have 4 seconds to get it up. They got a shot off, but no good. Long attempt. That's the end of the first period with a score. Southern Regional 12, Tom Zarice 12, Jim Ruhnke, and I will be right back. There you see the scoreboard as we get ready to start the second period. I'm Ken Turp. With me, Jim Ruhnke, bringing you the action of our game of the week. Southern Regional Rams here at Tom Zarice High School to take on the Raiders. Glenn Gorney's Rams, number 3 at the Shore, behind Neptune and Middletown South. And by the way, Jim, JV score, East 1, 63-45.
Good anticipation by Verderosa on stealing that tap. He anticipated where they were going to put the ball, shifted over, made a steal.
Robbins gets the first shot of the second period, misses it, and Pete Keenan comes up with a rebound. This is Dolan. Dolan looking inside, no one to go to. Back out to Sharkey on a point.
I think both teams have to work inside. Here's a good inside.
Dolan misses the turnaround jumper, missed the basket entirely, and here comes Joe Scott on a break. Scott banks it in.
All right, a good pull-up move that time. He didn't force the issue, possibly getting a charge situation.
By the way, we'll have an interview that we did last week with Joe Scott's father, who was an official in the area, one of the better ones, in Bob Scott. That'll be coming up at halftime. Jump shot, no good by Jones. Fight for the rebound. Jump ball, Bougash and Dolan.
I'd like to see Kevin get just a little bit more aggressive on those boards.
Bougash 6'3", Dolan 6 foot. Edge to east.
Timmy Dolan can get up in the air. It should be a pretty even tap.
Oh, that one won't count.
Again. I think on a jump ball, it's the person who gets there first, not necessarily the one who gets up the highest.
And Bougash got the ball, but he didn't tap it to anybody in his own team. Sharkey picked it up before it went out of bounds. Ram ball.
Southern Regional has the ball inside the foul line, working their offense. You're going to wind up with a real nice shot when you get it in that close.
Blackwell has it stolen by Robbins.
Nice defensive play by Dave Robbins.
Robbins has been hustling for Jack Brace's club. Dietrich pressured by Keenan. Verderosa wide open, takes the long one. Blackwell rebounds. Blackwell's only a junior.
I think
Blackwell pops, no good. Rebound Jones, foul on Verderosa.
Jones going to go to that foul line for 2 shots. That's 3 or 4 second shots. Southern working hard on the offensive boards. East perhaps not boxing out as well. I know not as well as their coach would like them to box out.
Jim, has the Rams offense changed under Gorney? Has he changed the way you ran the offense last year at Southern?
Everything is basically the same or similar things that are being run at Southern right now. Glenn and I had worked together for quite a while, and so I've taken things from him, and he's taken things from me, and I would say things have not changed a great deal.
He made the first one, he gets another one, makes them both for Jones. 8 points for Doug Jones, the high scorer for the Rams. Here's a steal by Sharkey going all the way. Dietrich tried to cut him off, and it goes in and out. He missed a shot, in and out. Tough shot. Here comes Joe Scott. Turn around, nice move.
Nice
Lays
pass.
into Robbins, misses a shot, and tapped in.
Well, that was I think that bounced off someone's shoulder to go in. But they all,
the number
hey,
34.
I don't know who they gave it to, but they all count.
Sharkey answered back.
See, this is a mistake with East. When they get ahead, now they pressure Southern into a running game, and that is, in my opinion, a mistake.
Here's a steal by Dolan. Puts it in, he's fouled. That should count. Dietrich gets the foul. It's 3 on Darren.
Southern has just moved into the lead now, 18-16, with Timmy Dolan on the foul line. And I think they're scoring in spurts now, last 2 times down. They're real quick down the floor, and I think that's how they can jump out in front of you and really hurt you.
Jim, I'm going to give that tap-in basket to Andy Gora. He seemed to be the closest one there, so I'll give him 2 points.
All right.
We got pretty even scoring so far. Joe Scott with 4, Verderosa with 4, Robbins with 4, Gora with 2, and Applegate with 2 for East. For Southern, Dolan got his first bucket on that play. Jones has 2 field goals, 4 free throws, so he's got 8 points. Sharkey's got 8. So there are the 3 scores for the Rams.
I think the most noticeable thing is that Kevin Bougash, I do not believe, has taken a shot.
Yeah, I think he only got his hands on the ball once offensively.
He has not scored, and he has not taken a shot. Now, a lot of that can be credited to the very good defense of Southern Regional, but also I think Kevin's going to have to work harder to receive that basketball. He's going to move a little without the ball, and his teammates going to have to look inside, because you just cannot play that game from a perimeter distance. You have to get it inside to create some foul situations and to get some easy buckets.
Here's Dolan trying to complete the 3-point play. Makes it.
Scott Applegate is back in the game for the Raiders. He replaced Darren Dietrich, who now has 3 fouls.
Sharkey's very pesky on defense, Jim, really.
Sharkey's an excellent player. Right now, he's in complete control out there. Almost another turnover by Toms River.
Robbins, bad pass, but there's Gora to follow it up, and Gora supplied 4 quick points since he's come in off the bench.
Sharkey is very difficult to press in that backcourt because he can go by you very easily. He's got good change of pace dribble, and he's very, very sly with the basketball.
You see who made that?
Yeah, that was
going by me here.
Pete Keenan on a hesitation dribble, banked it in from the left side.
Sharkey continues to hound Joe Scott. Now Keenan picks up Scott. Now they go back to Sharkey on him. Keenan almost steals from Applegate. Applegate, nice pass to Verderosa all alone.
That was an excellent pass by Applegate.
6 points for Jimmy Verderosa, the all-county defensive tackle for George Jeck's Raider football team. And he's also quite a baseball performer.
He closes it, and then I think they, again, there's a foul 80 feet from the basket when the other team's in a 1-on-1. You can't make the silly mistakes in basketball. You need more discipline on that floor.
Pete Keenan, see if we can get a close-up on Keenan. He has some build on him. His legs are really strong. There you see Pete. Pete's quite a linebacker in football. Count that one?
There was a line violation on a foul shot. It will
Only
not
one
count.
counts.
Pete Keenan is just a super kid. He's the kind of kid you just have to love. I tell you, he gets great motivation.
We broadcast the Southern Toms River North football game at North this year, and Keenan was all over the field making tackles for the Rams. 4-minute mark coming up. 22-20 is the score. And it's going to be Ram ball. Here comes Keenan down the line. Verderosa picks him up and blocks him off. Now Dolan with the ball. 3-second violation to call. That must have been on Jones in there.
Yeah. All right, big basket right here, tie it up again. But the main thing is you're going to have to stop. Somebody's going to have to stop the other team with a little defense. There's a good inside pass.
Fight for the rebound. Blackwell in there with Gora. They'll jump it. Gora 6'4", Blackwell 6'3". Pretty even.
It's a nice pass inside and a good shot. Just happened to fall a little bit off the rim.
Blackwell won the tap. It went to one of the East players, ended up in Dolan's hands.
It's a nice pass, easy jumper. All right.
There's Dolan inside. And Dolan's fouled. Kevin Bougash.
You'll notice on the rebound, the Toms River East player was kind of looking at the ball, whereas that was Andy Gora, Jr., whereas the senior with a little more experience, he got in there, gave him a little hip, and got positioned so he could get the rebound.
All right, the foul is on 34, not 44, so it is Gora. Dolan shooting 1-on-1.
It's short.
And Gora gets the rebound. Andy Gora, 6'4" junior for the Raiders, with a rebound. And there you see the battle between Sharkey and Scott. It's been going on all night.
Yeah, it's a sophomore against a senior, though, and that extra experience makes a big difference. He's counting.
Applegate on the side. Keenan on him. And now Keenan and Applegate go at it. Double team.
Southern is very aggressive and hustle on that D.
And Joe Scott gets loose and banks it in. What happened there was Sharkey double teamed on Applegate and lost his man, and Scott got loose.
Excellent individual effort by Joe Scott.
6 points for Joe.
Again, you'll notice Southern's offense is inside.
Good hustle by Verderosa. He steals the ball away.
Jimmy Verderosa is playing very, very well.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the half. 22-22 ball game. Started off a little slow, but it's turning into a good ball game. Scott looking for someone to move.
It's a lot of, really not too many people are moving around.
He takes it in, misses the shot. And there's Bougash with the offensive rebound basket. First basket for Kevin. Raiders take the lead by 2. Blackwell,
that's a travel.
Traveling violation.
That's an excellent call by the official, right on top of the play.
Timeout with 1:47 left, 24-22, East leads.
Southern's playing a little ragged right now. I think if each team could put, either team rather, could put 3 or 4 buckets together, you know, they could go into the lead handily.
There you see the Southern Regional Cheerleaders as they did one of their routines on the floor. Jim, let's remind the viewers we have a doubleheader again this weekend, and tomorrow night the fans can tune in 7 o'clock Sunday night for the Ocean County College Vikings of Bill Middleton against the West Point Prep team, and you have one of your former Rams playing for Ocean County College.
You know, actually we have 2 players from last year's team up there, Tommy Logue and Pat Sharkey.
And I understand Logue's doing pretty well.
He's doing a very nice job. Had a little trouble early in the year with an injury, but since then has come on very well.
So that's the other half of our doubleheader, Ocean County College and West Point Prep. You can see that game tomorrow night on Channel 8 at 7 p.m. We got 1:47 left in the half. East has a 2-point lead. Southern will pick them up. Sharkey will pick up at half court on Scott.
See what type of offense East goes to. Does not look like a set play. Nice inside pass.
Verderosa hook, assist by Bougash.
That was a beautiful pass by Bougash.
8 points for Verderosa. He's the high scorer for the Raiders. Nice jump shot from the corner by Doug Jones, averaging 19.2 a game.
Doug has to take some shots. He is their high scorer, and he really hasn't been shooting that much in this tilt.
That put him in double figures with 10. Applegate knocks it out of bounds. Substitution for the Rams. And a big man comes back in. That should be Chris Taylor, number 32, 6'6" junior. He replaces Dolan. Bougash hits the jumper.
Kevin turned up and faced the basket real well that time. Oh, that's a walk.
And they call it. Donnie Reed called it. (28-25), Raiders lead.
I think this might be a nice time to go for one shot. We'll see how they play it.
50 seconds left in the half. Verderosa, guarded by Taylor.
Sharkey is doing an excellent job denying Joey Scott the ball right now.
Jones hounding Robbins. Keenan on Applegate. Applegate trying to find somebody open. And there's a steal by Jones. He can't catch up with it. It'll be East ball, 26 seconds left.
Good hustling play. Kind of a careless play by Tons over East. You have to protect that ball when you're dribbling out there.
Down to 18 seconds. Robbins with the ball. And a jump ball. Jones came up on him, and Donnie Reed calls the jump ball.
Okay, Dave had no one to pass to and didn't realize he had to penetrate. You can credit Southern's defense with that.
And Rams get the tap. Sharkey with the ball to Blackwell.
That's a big changeover.
10 seconds. Keenan, and taking away Applegate, the pass to Verderosa. Verderosa going in, no good. I believe it came after the buzzer. No good. Shot is no good.
That's a correct call. It was close, but I really feel that the buzzer went off first. And that's a big change around. 30-24, 28-24 by a tenth of a second.
All right, that basket did not count, came after the buzzer. And that's the halftime score. You saw it on the board. Tom Zarice 28, Southern Regional 24. Tap, well, we just missed about 2 seconds of play, and there was a foul called. Halftime at basketball is not long enough to make presentations, Jim.
That's right. Foul was on Kevin Bougash, right off the tap play. Timmy Dolan going to the line.
He makes it, and the Rams score first.
I think Southern looked a little sluggish out there tonight. I mean, in the first half anyway, and we'll see what happens, whether they pick up the pace. 2
foul shots for Dolan.
I think East has hung in very tough. Perhaps a little standing around on offense. They need more motion in their offense at the present time.
We got a 28-26 ball game with East leading. Robbins pops one.
Tell you, Dave Robbins has a good-looking jump shot. His head is steady, his eyes are to the hoop, and he has just great release on that ball.
This is Pete Keenan.
There's a nice screen inside.
Play. Good pass by Dolan.
Excellent pass, and what you don't see was that there was a screen on a play set by Paul Sharkey. Bobby Blackwell used the screen. People never get credit that set those screens and take a little bang into the body, but that's what makes a good offense. Bobby hits the second one, 30-27. It's a nice pass.
30-27, 7 minutes left.
Out of bounds play, Southern goes to the zone. Nice inside pass. Pete Keenan on the foul, and Kevin Bougash will go to the line to shoot 2.
Both coaches up off the bench. Gorney talking to Keenan. Bougash has 4 points. And he makes the first one. Here's a shot at Kevin.
Kevin played in the Ocean Gate League this summer, and I think he got some valuable experience playing with some older former players.
Here come the Rams.
There's a nice double. Now you have to cover for each other.
There's Keenan all the way, and he gets the rebound. Sharkey looking for help, and he got caught in there. He was looking for someone to help out.
Paul Sharkey went to the hoop and was defended very well by Joey Scott. He jumped to that left hand, made him pull up, and he was stuck in a 3-second lane with no one to hit.
Raiders by 4 points. Scott misses, but there's Verderosa with good position.
No box out on that one.
Verderosa in double figures with 10. And Bougash fights for the rebound, and I believe the foul's going to be on Blackwell.
I think Chris Taylor just came in the game for Blackwell. Bobby's having a rough time at the present moment. Maybe Chris will add a little something to the club. Toms River East, I think, has come out the second half. They're not making a lot of mistakes, and that will really help them. The pace, take a look at the pace of this game. It's very, very controlled at the present time.
Verderosa tried to hit Robbins as he rolled to the basket along the baseline and lit him a little too much, out of bounds. Ram ball.
Kevin tried for the offensive foul, but you have to be a little bit more of an actor. Joe Scott just could not get out ahead of the field enough to get to the hoop. Knocked out of bounds by the Rams. Southern will inbound. Nice drive and a nice block by Doug Jones.
And nice drive by Sharkey.
It's a difference. Sharkey just could get out far enough and get to the bucket.
Sharkey hits double figures with 10.
I think this pace right now favors Toms River East. That's a poor pass inside. It's just they're forcing the ball now. They're looking to run a certain play inside, but if it's not there, you have to have the discipline and the patience, back it out, get into a little more motion, try it again at another time. Again, same thing. Force the ball inside, and it turns over.
Taylor came up with it.
Sharkey to the hoop.
And there's Dietrich with the rebound, and it's getting wild right now. Both teams up and down.
That's a nice stop jumper.
Dietrich hits it.
Very nice stop jumper by Darren.
Darren gets his first bucket. Raiders up by 6 now. They've widened it a little bit.
Doug Jones has been very quiet this half. I don't believe he has a bucket.
Into the ball game comes Andy Gora for Toms River East, number 34, and Bougash sits down.
Imagine Gora will go against Taylor. Southern controls. Tommy Spazchek has entered at guard for Pete Keenan, and Tommy's the kind of ball player that can, you know, inject some life into a team. He'll make him up with a couple steals. Nice drive by Verderosa. Doesn't connect on the shot.
There goes Sharkey looking down court, and there's a foul called as he was trying to hit the Spazchek, number 20. Donnie Reed blows the whistle. He called that one on Robbins?
Yes, Dave Robbins on a reach-in foul near half court. Actually, it's not a bad foul because Southern had a breakaway if they did not call a foul. We're running a set out of bounds play.
Spazchek takes it in, passes off, but he traveled, going down the lane. 35-29, Toms River East, 3:56 left, third period.
For Southern, I know the agony of the coach on these nights. It's tough to play from on top.
Joey Scott with the ball. And here's a foul called.
Dave Robbins on an illegal screen. Or backing in to get position. That's, I believe that's 3 fouls on Dave Robbins.
It's trying to go into Dolan. There's a foul, and it's probably going to be on Gora reaching over Dolan. Dolan goes to the line.
Southern's trying to go inside. East is having a little trouble defending in that they are fouling in the process. East had a number of opportunities. They didn't score the last couple times down. That could have been very, very big baskets.
Dolan hits it. He now has 6 points.
Again,
4 of them from the free throw line.
Again, Toms River East is in the 1-1. We're only 5 minutes, or 4.5 minutes going in a half.
Again, Dolan hits. 35-31, East leads. East in white or the light-colored uniforms on your screen. Rams in black with gold trim.
All right, they interchange wings. The middle is pretty well bottled up.
Verderosa going all the way in, and getting in the way was Jones. Let's see if they call a blocking foul. They will.
Verderosa on a good move to the hoop. Doug Jones a little late on the step in.
East, by the way, came into the ball game 8th at the Shore in defense, team defense, giving up 64.1 points per ball game.
Offense.
They had that wrong?
Yeah,
I got it backwards.
That's their offense.
Okay.
I think they're giving up quite a few
I
points.
wrote it down as defense. I was wrong.
Quite a few points on offense, and that's been one of their problems is that they haven't been able to defend well enough to date.
Verderosa hits 2.
37-31. Next 3 minutes could be crucial for the top-rated Southern Regional team.
Dolan, he is fouled.
Okay.
All right, Verderosa is charged with a personal.
Again, the foul is occurring in the 3-second lane, where Southern is trying to go with the ball a little bit. And Toms River East is going to have to beat their man across the lane to the ball a little bit better. Right now they're trailing the play, and that's what causes fouls.
Dolan is racking up the foul shots now. 6 points from the line. Make it 7. And there's the scoreboard. 3:08, third period. 37-33. Bougash, jump shot, good.
Nice aggressive move. I think Kevin looks good this second half. First half, he wasn't in the game. He definitely is in it now. East has to be careful of foul trouble. They have a couple guys with 3. And a careless foul here and there could change this ball game.
Spazchek hits the bucket, and that's the first basket for Tommy.
On the other end, I think Southern Regional has to keep going at him, going at him, going at him. As long as East is going to play the man, there's a possibility of fouls.
Nice pass to Verderosa. Bougash looking for Verderosa. He cut along the baseline. He hit him.
There's an excellent pass.
14 points for Verderosa. High score for the Raiders. Sharkey off. Verderosa uses that body to rebound.
Excellent block out by Verderosa.
Big, strong guy. Joe Scott pops. Scott has 8. 1 minute 56 left. 43-35 now.
Good transition basket with Joe Scott hitting the jumper.
Scott going for the steal, missed it. Here comes Sharkey.
Sharkey's a little too smooth for that.
And there's a long jump shot by Doug Jones.
Right now, I think both teams are heating up. And I think we're going to be treated to some pretty good basketball down the wire here and into the fourth quarter.
12 points for Jones. He averages 19. Scott gets loose.
Good block.
Good hustle by
Tommy Spazchek. Tipped that ball. Very good defensive play.
Good ball handling by Spazchek, and he hits the shot. That was a Tommy Spazchek show there.
That was a one-on-one, and you'll get away with it now and then, but this game was invented to be played by a team, and that's what it has to revolve around. Team play.
Scott looking for someone to move. Goes the postman. Robbins has a block. Good block by Doug Jones. Foul called on Spazchek.
Who's that, Andy Gora?
Right.
Andy Gora enters. Jim Verderosa sits down for the first time tonight, I believe. He's done a very good job for him inside.
1 minute left in the period. There's a close-up of Kevin Bougash, 6'3" senior.
On that block shot down low, I think, for young kids, it's a good thing to learn. You get that ball down in there, when you turn and face, you got to throw that pump fake, get the defense off their feet, then go up for that shot.
Makes them both. 9 points for Bougash. 45-39 Raiders. And here comes the pressure by East. It doesn't bother Sharkey.
Both teams have scored every time down.
Sharkey hits it. 12 points for Paul Sharkey. Dietrich calls out the play. Bougash tried to get it into Gora, and nice defensive work by Dolan.
Now here's the first turnaround. They give it right back the other way.
Taylor couldn't handle the long pass from Dolan.
I think perhaps on that play it was the passer that was at fault. You get a glance at the clock, there's 25 seconds. Maybe you want to hold up, you want to get that good last shot. Now you're giving East the opportunity to go into the fourth quarter, 6 points up.
That's Scott on a point. Down to 8 seconds.
You have to go to the hoop right now.
Scott does it. Gets around to Sharkey, and he's fouled inside. Nice move by Scott as he got around Sharkey and got inside. 1 second on the clock.
Excellent baseline drive. He got the foul inside. He's going for 2.
Scott has 8 points. Gets 2 shots.
Joey Scott is playing a very heady floor game tonight. I think And he's playing against tough competition in Paul Sharkey.
And Scott hits it. And there's a long shot off the glass, 47-41. Raiders lead at the end of the third period. Now we're ready to go with the fourth quarter action here at East as the Rams of Southern are trailing the Raiders of East, 47-41. I'm Ken Turp, with me, Jim Ruhnke. Here we go. Dolan gets the tap.
I'm sure what Southern wants to do is make use out of every possession.
Spazchek. And this kid, Tommy Spazchek, a 6-foot junior, has had 6 points here in the second half. Verderosa being hounded by Dolan. Finally gets Bougash. Now Dietrich sets it up.
See, Taylor is backing away in the center of that 3-second lane a little bit. There's a nice pass inside.
Foul on.
I believe they're going to give that one to Sharkey.
You're right. It is Sharkey, and Bougash goes to the line. Bougash can break double figures with his first shot.
Well, you know, neither team has to panic at this point. You know, it's you got a long way to go. Fourth quarters tend to be very, very long. What we're seeing now is the first real turnaround since the 6-point spread of midway through the third period.
And in and out, missed them both. And Robbins is going to come up with another foul. That should be, what, 4?
That's 4 fouls on him, and I think that will hurt East quite a bit.
Jack Brace not making any move to take him out. He's going to leave him in there. Still got 7:16 to go. 4-point lead for East.
I think you have to take him out at this time.
Dolan misses the 1-and-1.
There's an over-the-top foul on Chris Taylor. And I'll tell you, until this point, I think Jimmy Verderosa is doing one heck of a job on those boards, and inside offensively and defensively. He's really playing a well of a game. He's working inside, and Joey Scott seems to be the controlling factor on the with the basketball. Both are underclassmen.
Verderosa gets another one. He makes the first with a 1-and-1.
If he hits this, it takes it right back to the 6-point spread.
And he makes it again. 49-43, East by 6. Dolan with the ball, and he throws it away as Dietrich blocked the passing lane. Now Dietrich goes backcourt. Backcourt violation on Dietrich.
He just lost control of the ball a little bit, realized he's going backcourt, tried to prevent it, but his momentum just took him into the backcourt. We have a set play coming up for Southern off the out of bounds.
Had trouble finding somebody there. Dolan gets it. Dolan goes to the basket. Off balance shot, no good. And there's Dietrich, the rebound.
Big rebound.
Nice pass, but Robbins can't come up with it.
I don't know whether that's a nice pass. I think that's an unfortunate pass. When you're up 6 points and you're going to the fourth quarter against the #1 team, I don't think you can afford to make silly mistakes like that, throw that ball out of bounds.
Here's a double team on Sharkey, and they call a foul on Sharkey, trying to split the two defenders. And Sharkey did not like the call.
No, I tell you, that's one of the things we've always taught down there. You should try to fake and split that double team so you have good vision. This time it didn't work.
Verderosa inbounds for East. And Joe Scott, and there's Sharkey. He's been on him all night. And this time Sharkey's going to get a foul, so he picks up 2 quick fouls.
I think he had one before. I believe that's 3 on Sharkey.
Joe Scott at the line.
But more than that, again, it's a silly foul. You're putting him on that foul line for that one-on-one where, you know, good players should make them in the 4th quarter.
Good concentration. Joe Scott never took his eyes off the basket rim. 11 points for Scott.
By the way, that last play down there, I don't think we gave enough credit to Darren Dietrich. That rebound after Timmy Dolan's drive, he got up and got that ball off the boards. And, you know, it was really a big play that we might have overlooked because of the play of the game.
Scott makes both. Here's Dolan over to Sharkey. They break the press. Taylor. And he makes a bad pass. Taylor came up with a loose ball. Taylor hustles for the rebound, but he can't find a teammate. And here come the Raiders, Dietrich. And he forced a shot there, Jim.
Yeah, he was in, though. It was a good opportunity shot. The only thing it does, see,
Dolan got a hand on that shot by Scott, and Blackwell called for the foul. A lot of action there.
I think you're going to see a timeout, Southern. Timmy Dolan went up for a big block on the play. It's a tough spot here. Townsend Reese has the opportunity breakaways, but they're not complete breakaways. I think you have to experience when to pull up. A factor now is the clock. It's a very big factor. Yeah, I think you can still, you work for that good shot, but you want to make Southern play some defense at this point. You want to make them perhaps foul a little bit, you know. On Southern's end, I think pretty soon they may have to create a little more pressure on defense. And on offense right now, they seem to be standing. Earlier, I thought it was East that was standing. Now Southern seems to be standing. You've got to, you know, perhaps pick things up, pick the pace up.
Well, that last shot I was talking about, Jim, there were 3 defenders on the East man, yet he took the jump shot.
Yeah.
Well, if it goes in, it's a good shot, but if you miss, there's nobody there to rebound.
Well, I tell you, like, as coaches, you know, really you should tell, if it's a bad shot, it's a bad shot, whether it went in or it missed. You know, and sometimes we forget that. We say, nice going when it goes in, and really for the young man to learn, we shouldn't do that. Yeah, I think he could have backed it out possibly at that time, get something set, maybe go inside a little bit.
Andy Gora replaces Robbins for East. Joe Scott's on the line to shoot 2.
I think they have a pretty strong lineup in here right now with Gora, Bougash, and Verderosa, at least strong on the boards.
Scott finally misses one at the line.
Whether or not they'll be as mobile without Dave Robbins, I don't know. Of course, number 10 could have a violation here, Darren Dietrich. If he moves at all, it's a violation.
Scott makes 1 of 2. 13 points for Joe Scott. Dolan, turnaround jumper. Good. Beautiful shot by Dolan.
It's an excellent pass inside. And here's the press. I think you'll see the pace picked up quite a bit now.
Here comes Bougash. Taylor picks him up. Yeah. Bougash, nice pass, but he charged. Bougash could not stop his momentum. He laid it off to Verderosa, but he could not stop. He charged right into Taylor.
Not only is it a charge, but it's he released the ball, so they're going to shoot 1-on-1. So this is a 4-point turnaround. Give Taylor credit. He hung in there, held his ground, drew the charge.
Chris Taylor, 6'6", junior.
Young players, if you don't want to commit the offensive, stop on 2 feet, gain your balance before you do anything.
Makes the first one. Tallest player to ever play for Southern Region, I believe, was Bill Kapler. And yes. I guess Kip Wazalewski would be the second tallest, right?
Yes, I believe so. Chris Taylor's just about the same size as Kip.
Kapler went about 6'8", 6'9", played for Princeton University. Made 1 of 2.
Again, big rebound by Verderosa.
5 minutes, 22 seconds left in the game. 52-46 East.
Southern's going to be overplaying now, and East might have to open their back door up a little bit. Otherwise, you'll see a steal.
Dietrich guarded by Spazchek.
Spazchek has good hands. He could come up with that ball.
Now they switched. Now Sharkey has Dietrich. Verderosa over Dolan.
There's a very big basket.
18 points for Verderosa.
We're on that countdown now. 5 minutes to go in this game.
Dietrich pressuring. They say no, ran ball. Dietrich knocked out of bounds. Dolan, of course, is a pretty good football player for the Rams, wide receiver. Here's Verderosa with a steal, and almost loses it. He does. Good hustle by Spazchek. Spazchek got that ball back in bounds. Now, here's a layup attempt by Jones. He draws the foul.
The foul's going to be on Kevin Bougash.
Body foul underneath. Jones goes to the line. Bougash drew the foul. 4:43 left to play. Jones will get 2 shots.
Okay, he's going to try to cut that margin back to the 6 points.
In and out. Reporting back in, Dave Robbins for East. And he's going to probably, he's going to place Verderosa. Yeah, Verderosa's going to sit down.
Maybe he just wants to rest him a little bit. I tell you though, Jim Verderosa's been doing a great job on those backboards. I think if you see Southern get on the backboards, Jim Verderosa will be right back in there.
13 points for Jones. He makes 1 of 2.
Southern with the press, almost get a turnover. You have to get the ball in the hands of the guards.
Robbins gives Scott a pick.
Almost stolen again.
Robbins jump shot, no good. Bougash for the rebound, he's fouled. That's going to be on number 21, Doug Jones. Bougash to the line. Raiders leading by 7, and there's 4 minutes, 19 seconds left. We have a timeout. Tom's over East.
I believe Southern called that one.
All right, Rams call a timeout. We're down a 4-minute mark here. Jim, you think East can stay deliberate here now? They got the lead.
Well, I think, you know, it's going to be hard to stay deliberate because Southern is going to press them, and they're going to try to force them into turning the ball over or taking quick shots. So it's going to be a difficult job to stay deliberate, but it's a job you have to do. If you're going to win this type of game, there's 2 ways. You'll break the press and break it open, which East does not seem to be doing at the present time. They're not really attacking the press. They're just trying to get it up court. So if you don't beat it and break the game open, then I think you have to be a little deliberate once you get it on the half court. You know Southern will take some chances and you try to get some easy buckets. Southern just missed the last 2 times on the press. I think you're going to see some turnovers before the game's over. And I think that the major factor right now, since both teams are in a 1-on-1 and seem to be fouling a little bit with their defense, that the foul shots could determine who's going to win.
All right, here's Kevin Bougash on the line for the East Raiders. There's a chance to put it up to 9 points, 1-on-1. And he missed it. Big miss. Dolan gets the rebound. Long full court pass. Jones misses. Fouls. Good.
They got hit on a sucker play that time. The guards did not get back.
And Jones almost steals.
See, they have guys open for the breakaway layup at that time, but they're not turning and looking up the floor.
Good heads-up play by Dolan as he got the rebound and found Jones the length of the court.
I think even though there was a timeout just taken, East needs one. To me, they look somewhat rattled and not in control right now of their game.
And there it is. There's the timeout called by Jack Brace. And the Raiders are just going to talk it over here. 3:42 left to play.
The good effort by Doug Jones that last time. He missed the shot, but he stayed with it, didn't hang his head because he missed an easy shot. He was right there after the rebound, stuck it back in. I think East got caught napping on that one. They sent the guards up for the press, and nobody was back. 5 points with 3:42. I don't know if people realize just how important a game this is, because at present time, if it were to remain this way with East winning, it would create a four-way first-place tie in Shore Conference Class A South with East, Southern, Lakewood, and Jackson. Of course, if the Rams can overcome this 5-point deficit and win the game, again, that pushes them a little farther, into first place, and it pushes East a little farther out of contention.
All right, here we go. Joe Scott to inbounds for the Raiders. Scott, Dietrich, Robbins, Bougash, and Verderosa. Scott, now, is that going to be blocking on Dolan or charging on Scott?
That's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on Scott.
Again, it's a little inexperience on Joe Scott's part. What you have to do is land on two, stop, and go straight up. You know, your body's going forward. The offensive charge is a big part of this game, and the players better learn how to deal with it.
All right, here's Tim Dolan on the line for the Rams, shooting 1-1. He misses it. Verderosa with a big rebound.
That is a big miss. Again, that would have cut it down.
Scott passes out to Bougash, goes to the basket. Taylor blocks.
Again, I think fundamental things at the present time hurt Toms River East.
And there's Spazchek with a nice set shot. Spazchek has 8 big points for the Rams as he came off the bench here in the second half. 54-51 East. Southern pressuring. They finally get it over to Scott.
East
3 minutes.
East has not scored in a while now, and I think they're in a, what they need obviously is a score to take the pressure off them a little bit. Southern is starting to pick it up, and I think, I think they're starting to gain confidence that they should win the game.
Here's Verderosa. Robbins guarded by Jones. Dietrich, he's pressured by Spazchek. Sharkey right up in Scott's face. Robbins being pressured.
Down at 2:20 now. They ran him almost a minute off the clock.
The longer they hold it, the more chance of making a mistake.
Yeah, I believe that. You have to keep looking to score. If you hold the ball without looking to score, eventually...
That should be a foul on Timmy Dolan. Let's see.
Yeah, they're calling a reach-in foul on Timmy Dolan.
All right, Jimmy Verderosa toes the line. Big free throw attempt here by Verderosa, 1-1, with a 3-point lead and 2:07 to play.
East could get nailed again on this sucker play. They have Darren Dietrich up again. And if you'll notice where Doug Jones is standing, number 21 on that foul line, he could just take off, and they're done again.
All right, Southern Regional calls a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout ourselves. We'll be right back for the final 2:07. Here we go. 1-1, he missed it. And Taylor with a very big rebound. Spazchek brings it down.
Donnie, the referee missed that one. Southern player stepped out of bounds. They caught a break.
Jones threw a long one up from the corner. Dolan got in there, rebound, and he makes the shot. Now, Jim, I'm not that familiar with Southern now. In a situation like that, was that a good shot for Jones to take? Is he a good corner shooter from way?
He's a good corner shooter. I don't particularly think that was a good shot to take in this situation. You want to get the ball in where Timmy Dolan grabbed the rebound. You know, that's where I think you can hurt East. I think on the other end, player stepped out of bounds.
Dolan makes a three-point play. We got a 1-point lead for Toms River East. And there's a timeout. And Southern has come back, cut the lead to 1 point. Jim, this is really going to be right down to the wire now. We got an interesting situation.
I think the closer Southern gets, or not necessarily Southern, but any team that is a top team, that is rated among the better teams, they start believing they should win. And I think the closer that score, the more it helps Southern. East has to be thinking, well, geez, we've lost some tough games, you know, and I think that could hurt them. You know, they don't have the confidence down the wire that perhaps Southern's going to have.
Well, we have 1 minute, 54 seconds left in this game.
It's a big rebound and a big foul shot by Timmy Dolan. You see the press is on. The press has been, it hasn't really hurt Toms River East, but East hasn't taken advantage of it. So, you know, Southern's going to stay with it, and they may get a steal out of it because they just missed their last couple of times.
All right, here's the full court pressure by the Rams. Scott being trapped. Dietrich, there's a jump ball. Dietrich claiming he was fouled. It's going to be a jump ball. Dietrich and Spazchek.
Yeah, he probably was fouled, but it wasn't called. So now you got to play. You know.
Very big jump ball right here in front of the Ram basket. Dietrich gets the tap and it goes to a Ram. Missed the shot. And Verderosa with a rebound. Jones missed the shot inside. Now here's a foul on Joe Scott. And the East stands are going crazy. Charging foul on Joe Scott in the backcourt.
I think it was a good effort by Paul Sharkey, and but in all honesty, it was just a very, very poor call by the official.
Rams are down by 1. They have the ball. This is Sharkey with the ball.
You're going to clear for him.
Scott frantically guarding him. Dolan trying to go to the basket. Double team. Back at the Spazchek.
He's going to take it.
Missed the shot. Let's see, they're going to give it to Southern.
Yep. Toms River East again. Played the defense, should have had the ball, and they're kind of giving this up to themselves.
1:24 left to play. East leading by 1. And the noise is really erupted here at the East Gym. Bougash on Dolan. Sharkey with the ball.
There's a good move inside.
Jones, he did do it. Double dribble. Jim, I was about ready to say almost a double dribble, and the official blew the whistle.
Toms River coaches are a little bit, they can't determine whether they want or they don't want timeout, and eventually they get one.
We got 1 minute. There's the clock. 1 minute to play. 55-54.
Well, I tell you, it's a big turnover. Well, we're going to go down to the last minute, and I think the team with the most poise and those that can hit the foul shots will probably come out on top in this game. Southern has done well to come back and be in the game down by 1. We could kind of have a repeat of the first time they met. It was a 2-point game, 1 in the last 2 seconds. So we could wind up with something like that this time. Again, the press is going to come on.
All right, here we go. Final minute of play. Here comes the East Raiders. Southern already out on the floor waiting for them.
I think the fans have been treated to a very exciting game here tonight. It's a little sloppy at times. Both teams have worked very, very hard, though. And the excitement will continue in this last minute.
Now another timeout.
I thought he might have had a 5-second. East does not have...
Timeout called to East.
And what they just did was use their last timeout, which is a tough thing. They have to get some more type of screening or motion out there if they want to inbound this ball, because Southern's going to front them and make it tough all the way.
There you see the two teams in their huddles. East on the left, Southern coming out of their huddle right now. 1 minute to play, 1 point lead for East, 55-54. This is probably the longest period we'll have all season,
yeah,
Jim.
I think so. Very good pressure by Southern last time. I think you're going to see it again.
East won the JV game tonight, 63-45. Here we go. Robbins inbounds to Scott. Dietrich with the ball. Long pass to Robbins. Bougash all alone. They didn't see him under the basket.
Dave Robbins did not look up. He had the man wide open. Missed him.
Dietrich holding a ball. Almost lost it out of bounds. Verderosa.
This is time for players to be calm and poised. And right now there's some shaky players out there.
And there's the foul by Sharkey on a double team.
These are big foul shots here, obviously. We got 31 seconds. The thing you have to think about right now is you got to think about the other end, the defense, because that's where the game's going to be won now for East, one way or the other, whether or not he makes these.
All right, it's up to Dave Robbins. 1 point lead, 31 seconds. Makes it, big shot. 7 points for Robbins.
That's a pressure shot out there, I tell you. And this is the big one because this means Southern has to score twice as long as East does not foul, which they shouldn't.
Misses the second one. Bougash rebound. East ball. Verderosa traveled. Ran ball. 22 seconds left. They're down by 2.
Verderosa got a little excited with the ball. Thought he had an opening. It closed. He shuffled his feet.
All right, here comes Sharkey. Dolan, in and out. Follow up is good. Tie score. Doug Jones ties it up. We're going to go overtime. We're going overtime. No foul after the buzzer. We're going overtime. And Jim Ruhnke comes up with a loose basketball. Well, there you see the story on the clock. We're going to have our first overtime this year on Channel 8. As Southern Regional tied it up on a follow-up shot by Doug Jones on the offensive board.
Right. He stopped the shot, but failed to box out. And Southern comes up, big play by Doug Jones of Southern Regional, and he gets that tap in. Overtime period. East will have 1 timeout. I think Southern still has another one remaining to add on, so they'll probably have 2 timeouts. First possession is always interesting in the overtime because there's always a possibility that team will hold the ball for 1 shot. And so they know they're either going to tie it or win it.
In high school basketball, Jim, no limit to the amount of overtimes, right? You play till you win.
Right.
Here we go, 3 more minutes.
The tap should be controlled by Southern. They have a big height advantage. East would have to steal. Southern has back tap. We'll see where they go this time.
All right, you got Taylor jumping against Robbins. And it's going to go out of bounds, I believe, off Verderosa. No, East ball. I thought Verderosa was the last to touch it.
Yeah, again, it was off a East player. Referee didn't see it that way. Sometimes we wonder why, but Towns River East will take over.
Well, Sharkey goes to the floor looking for an offensive foul. He didn't get it. Scott off the rim. Big rebound, Taylor. Here we go. See if the Rams get on the board first here in overtime.
I think so. I think that Southern is in great shape right now. The ball and a tie coming down the wire.
Dolan has a bad pass. Scott broke it up, took it away.
I'm kind of surprised they looked like they were going right in for the shot. I think I'd hold for the last shot right now. There's a
Dietrich
nice pass.
Underneath to Robbins, good. And there's a foul on a play. Foul on a play. Beautiful pass by Darren Dietrich to Dave Robbins inside. Robbins has 9 points. He goes to the line.
That's, I think the foul, I don't know. He's calling a foul on number 32, Chris Taylor. Referee called it from outside. Donnie Reed, the other referee, was looking right at the play. Saw nothing. It's one of those things that you just can't figure out. Big shot by Robbins, foul shot,
missed.
Short again.
There's Bougash with a rebound. East retains possession.
East should try to hold for the rest of the game.
Well, Verderosa all alone. No good, no good. Donnie Reed says no good. Foul on a play.
Again, I think you have to make the other team pay when you have the lead in overtime, and East didn't do it.
Now, was that a 3-second violation, Jim, or did he call a foul?
I think that's what you call a get-even call. The guy blew one out on him, and he's going to blow one back. Unfortunately, those things happen in refereeing.
Called 3 seconds.
Donnie Reed's an exceptional official, and I just don't happen to think the guy working with him is doing a very good job.
Dolan, jump shot. No. But there's the big offensive rebound, once again by Doug Jones.
Again, Doug Jones on those boards. Who's ever guarding him is certainly not doing the job on the box out.
Jones tied it to send it in overtime. He does it again. And Robbins comes right back again. Gabe Robbins once again.
Back and forth now. Very nice play attacking the press.
60-58, East leads.
Towns River East took that ball down against the press.
Dolan fouled on a jump shot.
Towns River East took the ball down against the press last time. Hardly even hit the floor. Bang, bang, bang for a layup. Very nice work.
Bougash may have fouled out. I think he did. He's leaving. And it'll be Andy Gora replacing him. So Kevin Bougash fouls out with 1 minute and 25 seconds left for East.
And again, 2 pressure shots here. Tim,
1 minute 25 seconds left to play. 2-point lead for East.
On the foul line is Tim Dolan. Before tonight's game, he was a 52% shooter, 13 for 25. In tonight's game, Timmy has 8 foul shots he has already made. So he's been at the line a lot.
Missed it. He gets another one. Made it. Made the second one. East by 1, 60-59. 2-on-1. And Robbins hits it.
Big basket.
13 points for Dave Robbins. 62-59. East leads Southern. 1 minute left.
There's a nice move.
Verderosa, very strong rebound. Steal by Dolan.
Away.
Missed the shot. Dolan fights Verderosa. It'll be Rams ball.
Jimmy Verderosa, excellent rebound. Then he makes the mistake of throwing it away. That'll happen.
Jump shot by Spazchek. 10 points for Tom Spazchek.
Again, we're back to a 1-point game.
It'll be out of bounds, East ball, 43 seconds left, timeout.
Say again, we're gonna
East.
go down to the wire. I don't know, it's 1-point difference. We might not wind up in overtime, but I don't think the scoring is over by any means.
43 seconds, there you see the scoreboard.
Southern is going to continue to apply the pressure, and for East, they have to find a way to beat the pressure. Right now, they're getting trapped on the inbounds pass, and they're not having a lot of outlet space. I think probably that's what the timeout is about. You know, maybe let's not throw that ball in a corner of a court where they can trap us, and let's get it up floor. Southern over there is deciding they want to keep the pressure on, make them turn it over. If they get it past half court, I'd say you're in now you have to go for the foul. You can't wait too much longer. If East gets it past half court. Right now East is having a lot of trouble getting that ball up court.
All right, here we go. 62-61, East has the ball under the Ram basket. They gotta go to full court. 43 seconds, let's see what they do. All kinds of pressure by the Rams.
Well, we'll see what happens there. This inbound's going to be important. They get it in.
Dietrich wants help.
Again, they're in that same problem. See, they're not looking up the court.
Verderosa comes down to help out. There's Gora. Now they'll set it up.
All right, 30 seconds. At the 20-second mark, you have to foul. Give yourself 10 seconds to steal the ball, and then at 20 seconds, I think you go for the foul.
20 seconds. Foul on Sharkey. 19 seconds left. Scott will go to the line.
And that's 5 fouls on Paul Sharkey. All right, East has had a couple of opportunities to ice it on the foul line. They've come up one short each time. We'll see what happens this time with the sophomore, the youngest player on the floor. See how he does.
All right, Joe Scott, young player, shows a lot of cool. Goes to the line for East.
Pete Keenan back in. You know, I have to question why you have Darren Dietrich up near the baseline with 19 seconds in a 1-point game. You know, I kind of want to bring him back.
Makes the first shot. Big shot by Scott. 12 points. Rather 14, I should say, for Joe Scott. 63-61 East. And the young sophomore gets another one. He makes it. 64-61. Rams down by 3. 18 seconds. There's two players colliding. Pete Keenan and Darren Dietrich go to the floor.
There's just an
be on Dietrich, right?
Unbelievable play. You're up 3, time's running out, and a foul is...
Pete Keenan on the line for the Rams. He just came back into the ball game. East has a 3-point lead with 14 seconds left. Big 1-and-1 for Keenan. Everything's big in overtime. Makes it. Keenan has 4 points.
This game isn't over yet.
East lead cut to 2.
I think if Southern scores here, they'll get a quick timeout so they can put the press on.
He makes it. Timeout. Lead down to 1. 64-63, Southern calls timeout. Let's take a break. We'll come right back. Final 14 seconds. We cannot decide on our player of the game, and we see who wins the ball game. But we got several candidates. Final 14 seconds. We're going to go right into our post-game show as soon as this game is over.
I tell you, it's unbelievable right now. Inbounds is very important. They get it inbounds.
Man wide open down here. Verderosa. Scott finds him. Good. Beautiful pass by Scott.
You have 5 seconds.
Dolan misses.
It's the ball game.
And East wins it 65-63. Jim Verderosa with a final basket. He is our player of the game. Jim Verderosa. 21 points for Jim Verderosa. And he will be interviewed as our player of the game, as Jim Ruhnke's already gone over to get him. That's the final. What a game. Overtime. East holds on to win. Jim Verderosa is the star of the game, and I'm going to let Jim Ruhnke interview him. We can clear the crowd away here. So don't go away. Let's see if our camera can get down on the floor here. Jim Ruhnke has Jim Verderosa to the left basket, just in front of the basket. I got to pick him up among the crowd here. So let's key on Jim Ruhnke. There they are. We'll zoom in on them.
All right. With me is Jim Verderosa, our player of the game. First, Jim, congratulations. I tell you, wild game tonight. Wild. How many times did you think you had it won?
About once.
One time, the final buzzer. I tell you, picked you as our player of the game. You had 21 or 20 points, 15 rebounds. Did a super job in there. I really think the team has been playing well since you entered the lineup as a starter. I even mentioned on TV once. I said I thought you were going to earn that spot sooner or later. You add something to this club, and I think you can be proud of that. What about tonight's game? Crazy?
Yeah, real. Crazy.
What? You scored 20 points. Why tonight?
I don't know. I'm lucky.
It's more than luck. You know, at any rate, congratulations. I know that you know, it is a big game. They're number one. This ties it up. Everybody has a shot at it right now. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Jim. Jack, come on in here, Jack.
Here he is.
Okay. With us now, Jack Brace, the coach, and Kevin Bougash. Hey, fellas, congratulations. Super game. Super game.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Jack, I know it. Hey, I know it's an emotional game. It's a big game for you. It puts everybody back in the running now.
That's right. I'll tell you, these kids only had to do one thing, Jim. They had to play your kind of game of basketball. They had to learn to play defense. And believe me, I'm telling you, we didn't shoot one basket. We didn't run one offensive play. The whole entire week, all we did was full court defense, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5 all week long. And I think we're starting to learn how to play defense.
Well, I tell you, I think I mentioned during the game that, you know, you don't want to push Southern into a running game because they're a pretty good shooting club. But I tell you, whatever you played tonight worked. I know it's a disappointment from Southern. My heart's down there quite a bit with Southern players and all. But, you know, I'm happy for you guys. Kevin, I know you've been working hard. Jack, you've been working the whole club. And I thought you got outstanding performances from Jim Verderosa and Joey Scott. I thought Joey handled the backcourt extremely well against a talented Paul Sharkey. And Jim Verderosa has just been doing an excellent job for you.
Jimmy, what the plan was with Jimmy was, you know, Andy's a good basketball player, and they're about even. So what we wanted to do with Jimmy, now the secret can come out, we wanted to push him a lot with Andy. We want all these three people to rotate, but we didn't feel that Jimmy was ready to do that till we pushed him with Andy. And Jimmy has been a completely different player in practice. His attitude has changed, and he's starting to come around. He helped us. He did a very nice job on the boards tonight. He traveled over there. I thought his heart fell out. He came to the bench, and not me, Jim, but these kids said, it's all right, Jimmy, we're still going to get it.
I know. I tell you, at the end, there were mistakes on both ends. I think, you know, both teams realize that. But one team's going to come out on top, and you guys did. Kev, I thought you struggled in the beginning of this game. In the first half, we're really struggling out there, and you looked a little down with your performance. I saw you over on the bench there, look down at the floor a little bit. But you certainly picked your head up second half, and you came on strong to really help for this victory.
I hurt my wrist a couple of days ago, and it hasn't been really the same. Every time I shoot, I bend it halfway, and it just like kinks up on me. I just try to shoot as much I can in practice and then try to bandage it up, and had some heat on it before the game, trying to loosen it up. And I just went out and tried to win. We did it.
Jimmy,
Hurrah!
the adversity that this kid has faced. We got almost close to 20 pounds on him with the weights. We got him playing this summer. He got mononucleosis. He lost the weight. He came back. He was on an ankle, and we pushed his ankle all season long. He finally gets that cured. Now he has a wrist problem. He's had the chicken pox. We've gone through so much, and he has fought it off.
I'll tell you what, all those things get cured on a night like this. Listen, congratulations, fellas, and you threw that A-South into a four-way tie tonight, depending on what happens with some of the other games, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thank you.
Okay. Ken, let's wrap it up here.
Well, I think that's going to be the longest game we might probably have all year long, but it was certainly enjoyable to watch.
I believe so. I tell you, it was. I thought each club gave it away a couple of times down the stretch. Each club could have won it in their own early, and you know, some mistakes down the end. But it was an exciting game. Number one, for East, it is obviously their biggest win. You know, in the history of school in basketball, this is their biggest win. Now, what you hope with something like this, that it turns your program around a little bit, that the kids feel that confidence, that they feel they're going to win in the tough games and against the tough teams. And I think that's what you hope for from a game like this. If anything, no matter what else comes out of this, it is a four-way tie in A-South, and a lot of people have been saying that it's going to wind up that way, and right now they're right on target.
Okay, so we certainly enjoyed doing the game here at Toms River East. Always a joy to come to a real nice school like this. Again, congratulations to Jim Verderosa for being named the player of the game. Of course, Robbins came through with a lot of big baskets there towards the end, and Joe Scott played a fine floor game throughout against that pressure by Southern.
Oh yeah, I don't think, you know, we point out one player, but Dave Robbins, you know, hit some crucial buckets down the stretch. Joey Scott handled the ball. Verderosa was dynamite on 15 rebounds and big ones, all big ones. I thought Kevin Bougash played better second half. Darren came up with some big plays, and they got good help off the bench from Andy Gora.
If you missed our halftime, once again, we want to congratulate Jimmy McIntyre, Joe Slevin, and also Ken Hooper for being named the Channel 8 Football Players of the Year. They received their plaques here at halftime. And I want to apologize. We did not have enough time to get Bill Lundy on, the Director of Athletics. We wanted him to comment about the fine football program that George Jack runs. We were a little rushed as the game was getting ready to start, but I certainly congratulate Bill Lundy on the fine sports program overall that they have here at Toms River East. It's a beautiful gym. We really enjoy coming here. Jim, we'll be at Ocean County College, so we have another game coming up tomorrow night on Channel 8. That's Sunday at 7. We'll be doing West Point Prep and Ocean County College. Looking forward to seeing Bill